What's up, everybody?
Was
Hello.
crack-a-lackin', smack-a-lackin', splack-a-plackin'.
Hello, hello, hello. What's up? It's a Monday. Happy Monday, everyone. Happy motivated. Happy motivation Monday.
Are you motivated today?
Are you motivated today?
Nobody cares. Get your ass up and get to it.
Yeah. Happy Movement Monday.
We're gonna wait for our people
Yeah, we're gonna wait for everybody
to
to
slide
come in.
into the DMs. I mean, don't slide in my
To
DMs.
come in. Hi, Anel.
What up? What
What's
up? What up? What up?
Anel? You're the first person in here.
What up? What up? What up, Anil? First of all, peace, blessings, prosperity, success, of abundance in everybody's life today.
Yes.
We are wishing you so much joy, so much life, so much happiness, so much abundance, so much light.
Yeah.
Even though it's a gloomy day. Actually, the sun is coming out today.
It's coming out.
So
it's gonna be a little hot today. It's like 70s. It's gonna go up to 70s.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's gonna go up to 70 today?
Mm-hmm.
It's some bipolar ass weather,
I
y'all.
know. I was like, what?
It's not supposed to be
Red
70s.
rising, Anil.
What up? What up? What up? Yeah, man. We hope that your day on this Monday of the reset is starting off fantastic, and we wish you guys many blessings. And yeah, we're coming on here today to chop it up with some mindset shifts. You know what I'm saying? Some of that real combo for the AM. Get it started. You know what I'm saying? Move the needle forward.
Commitment, yes.
Hello to you all as well. Gratitude
John
and appreciation.
Daniel. That's what it is, right?
Yeah, I think so.
What's up, YouTube?
Daniel, Mr. Anderson. Oh, Boss King in the building. I love it. Every time we in, he'd be like, Boss King. Yeah, man. So we're gonna give you guys a couple of insights on the conversation we want to have today, and you know, just as well as we share these things with you, these are things that we also implement on our day to day, and also there's nothing wrong with reminding yourself. You know, there's nothing wrong with reminding yourself. That's kind of how you keep the mindset, and that's also how you make things become a lifestyle.
That's true.
The more you can say it, the more you embody it, the more you do it.
Or the more you hear it.
Or the more you hear it.
Yeah.
That's why they say environment is really crucial.
We have a subscription.
Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing.
Thank you. We love you.
And yeah. So a lot of the times I was gonna say yeah, a lot of the times it's your environment. And your environment is usually what scopes and shapes your reality, because it's what you see and you hear the most that ultimately gives you a certain perspective on life, right?
Yeah.
And so if you can change usually your environment and surround yourself around certain things that may intrigue your interest the most. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. That intrigues your interest the most, then you will start to be that what you see. Right?
Yeah.
And so, like, if you came from a very impoverished neighborhood and then you changed your environment and went to a very prosperous neighborhood, or no longer a prosperous environment where there's where these people who own yachts and things like that, they usually meet up at a certain place, and you just so happen to be in that place all the time, and you're listening to the conversations because they're having an open conversation.
You're welcome.
I love it. Because they're having an open conversation, and you're just overhearing the type of conversations that they're having, the type of mindsets that they're displaying.
Yeah.
You now become aware of, wow, these are people that actually think like this. Like, I didn't even know that this is the type of mindset. Like, I've kind of thought about it like this, but I ain't never actually had somebody to necessarily throw the ball back and forth, you know, and stimulate that mental growth and that mental conversation, you know, because it moves the needle forward than staying in the rat race, you know. And it's all about mindset, mind perspective, and it's about changing those things in life too as well, you know. You don't always have to be the thing that you see the most,
right?
You know, especially if it's something not pertaining or not as an alignment to your higher self, you know. We got another subscriber. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. Gotta be on it,
We
babe.
appreciate you.
So it's that hair go like this. That's your cue.
All right.
Yeah. So yeah. That's the insight that we wanted to say so far. Did you want anything you want to share with these?
Not really. I think we should just get into it. I think you've covered everything.
All right.
Oh yeah, let me share this. So today we're trying a new beverage. We are drinking a green tea. What is it called?
All right.
It's
matcha.
It's matcha with the green tea. It's green tea and a matcha. It's a green and matcha, right? Mixed together. It's called a brain booster. So we said, why not try it? We got it at HEB. So if you want to go try it, you can go try it. Okay, you can go find it. It's a Japanese, it's like a tea bag Japanese thing. Japanese matcha with green tea. All right.
Nice. Hey, we got another subscriber.
Thank you for subscribing.
Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. TikTok, we in the building, yo. I'm loving it.
So,
smash those likes, yo. Today we want to get the lightning bolts because we're gonna be dropping that God like thunder. Ooh, that was a bar. That was a bar. We're gonna be dropping that God like thunder. And I even got an animation for y'all every time you drop that thunderball. Anyways, back to the what's the name? Is it change the something? Okay.
So today we're going to be sharing 3 key strategies to maintain your commitment.
Yes.
Commitment in anything.
Staying committed to your goals. Stay committed to your goals requires discipline, focus, and resilience, man. So these 3 keys we're going to chop it up with y'all with, and then we want you to actually have a pencil and piece of paper. If you have any questions, definitely drop those questions in the comments.
Yeah.
2, if you have personal experience about whatever the case may be, share it.
Thank you.
Share it.
Somebody said we cute.
Oh, I appreciate it. And I got a big head. Thank you so much. That means I'm that Jimmy Neutron moment. Brain blast! You don't know what Jimmy Neutron is. My wife be laughing. What the hell she laughing about?
The way you're sounding. That's
Jimmy Neutron. Brain blast! Yeah, we gotta watch that.
So number 1, clarify your why. I know you hear this over and over and over. Everyone says the same thing. Make sure you know what's your why. But it's important to also know what's your why and take action.
It's cold outside, yeah.
Because most of the people will tell you that you have to know your why.
And I just came from out there.
But they don't tell you to write your why down, which is very important. Right, why am I doing what am I doing right now? And understand the deeper purpose behind your goal. That's the why. Understanding why am I doing this and why is it so deep? Why is it so important to me for me to be able to do it? Even thinking about it. Yeah. Do you have anything to say?
Absolutely, positively, I do. So, yeah, man, clarifying your why is important. And I know it's a cliche thing that everybody usually hears the most, but the shifting aspect of it all is, have you done it? Have you clarified what you desire? Because if you don't know the directions of where you're trying to get to go downtown, then you just gonna be you're gonna be driving around, and then eventually you're gonna get tired because you may not be receiving that text message of somebody letting you know where to meet them at X, Y, and Z. So at some point in time, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Right? And you are considered lost. Right? And so with that being an example, when it comes to knowing you as this being who's been gifted this life, to know what this being wants for its life, what it desires, and that's why we use that foundational aspect, which is what is health to you, what is wealth to you, what is love to you, what is success to you, what is happiness to you, and how can you describe these things and how they fit in your life and how you see it and what does it look like to you, right? Yeah. And if you don't have a vast vocabulary, let alone a vast awareness of what these things look like to you, then your expression to implement that in your life is going to be very narrow.
Right.
Right? because it's almost like asking somebody, "Hey, so tell me, what do you what name a list of things that you like the most?" Right? Versus if you ask somebody, "Yo, so man, tell me what you don't like at this place," and then they can just go. Brrr. That's the demonstration of them just running the whole list of shit that they don't like about this one thing, right? And that awareness of what you don't like is also a good thing, but you want to have that same awareness when it comes to what you like, right? Because if your like list is shorter than your dislike list, that's a problem. That's a major, major problem. And that means that you're failing to do the due diligence of being the vessel and the spirit and the soul within the body to actually become aware of the things that you do like.
Right.
You know, because if you're introduced or you put in a situation that's explain what would you do with $1 million or whatever the case may be, you just gotta know this shit, man. You gotta know this, just like you know the stuff that you don't like. You gotta know it. So
you gotta have a list of things that you want.
Write this stuff down.
Your why is stronger, your commitment will follow.
Yeah.
So if you know what you want so much that you know what you want, you're gonna be committed to getting it done.
Right.
Or making it happen.
Absolutely. And one of the things I would share with you is what I did in my notes and on a piece of paper, but I'll share the ones that I did on the notes. Yeah. So I created a section in the notes and I titled it as what I titled? I think I said my achievements or achievements. What is it? Things that I've achieved or something like that. Accomplishments. My accomplishment list. That's what it is. I called it my accomplishment list. So I have a list of things that I'm getting clarity on that I want to achieve. And what I do is I have like the little bubble thing on the side. So when I achieve it or I accomplish that thing or I did that thing, I check it off. Yeah. And so I have an area where there's a whole bunch of things that I've already checked off, and I have a long list of things that I haven't checked off, right? And so what I do is what it does to my brain and stimulates is that I'm achieving things and I'm moving the needle forward with acknowledging the things that I desire to achieve in life and not add on that list. So the goal is to keep continuously adding on the list, because as I'm going throughout life, there's other new things that inspire me. And I'm like, oh man, I didn't even think about that last time. Let me capture that thought, that idea, and let me write it down, or let me put it in my notes so I can go back. And then when I look at my notes and I reflect on them, I say, oh snap, like I did say I wanted to get that. Let me, is that somewhere right now in my grasp right now in this time, space, and continuum to now put on my next secondary goal for this week or for this month or for this year, you know?
We got 15 people with 5 likes. Let's go, guys.
Raise it. Yes, raise the bar. As they say, raise the bar. But I think that's a good one to give to you guys, because as simplistic as it is, it's the action that comes along with it. Make sure you put the action. All you got to do is open your phone,
take action,
and make an accomplishment list. And then ask yourself, what are things that I would like to accomplish? And it doesn't even have to be like, oh, something that you get a reward. It could be something like a certificate. It could be something like, you know, maybe getting a certificate for a firearm or something like that. Or this is some things that I just want to drop. Or cybersecurity. You just finished with lessons on cybersecurity. Or per se, a new brand on your clothing brand, right? Or you just made your new logo, or whatever the case may be, or a new podcast name or idea, or so on and so forth. So I'm dropping the gems, guys. Raise them likes up. I'm dropping the gems, all right? And I'm just giving you an awareness on how to get clarified on your why, because the why is like, you are asking yourself to give you that question, to answer the question that you're getting, and then you connect it to yourself on why you want to achieve that thing.
Right.
Dream catchers in the building. What up? And I think that's a very valuable thing, is asking yourself, why is this important, right? And then you get clarity on why you want to achieve that thing. Right. And I think making that list is very important. So number one, just have an achievement list of things that you want to acquire or things that you've already acquired, and then you check it off.
And then write your goals. Write down the reasons why you're doing this. Yep. If you want to do that, but it helps so much. Some people will say that's gonna take a lot of time, but write down the reasons and revisit the reasons every day. so that you know that this is why I'm doing this and this is why I'm here right now.
Yeah.
And this is where I'm going. This is where I want to be. It's gonna keep you motivated. It's gonna make you stay motivated.
Yeah.
Or disciplined, because I think the word
TikTok dropped that lightning. You know what I'm saying? We're giving that divine, God-like energy.
Right. That's right.
So you already went through the examples right there. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so that one's done?
Yeah.
All right, well, next. We're going to give you number 2. So number 2 is the breakdown of your goals into smaller steps.
Yes.
This is a major one, ladies and gentlemen. This is a major one.
Okay.
For an example,
I would say just like habits.
yeah.
If you change your habits, like tiny little changes, make tiny little changes in your daily habits,
Yeah.
it will lead you to being used to doing the same thing and making bigger changes.
Yeah. I'll give you an example. For me, one of those would be before I could do a handstand. I had to make smaller steps in order to get to the handstand aspect, right? So I started out with just being upside down first, which was the headstand, right? So I understood and I made a 30-minute, how long I could actually sit in that handstand for a while, right? And then I started to elevate the steps, the smaller steps, from the headstand to the handstand, which then I used the wall and I used the kick up method, and I was able to hold it for a couple of seconds and then come back down. So I did a bunch of repetitions in order to be able to hold the handstand for some time. And then the next step after I got to that point was doing what we would call bear circles to a handstand, right?
Right.
And so I was acquiring the momentum within the circulish motion to get to a handstand, which was the kick up to a hold, right? And as I got to that point, I was able to keep it up for a couple of seconds, and then those couple of seconds went to like at least 30 seconds. And then from there, that's where I started to see the smaller steps of the bigger goals. Now, as I'm looking at the stairs and I'm looking upwards, my next goal is to hold it for at least a minute when I kick it up, right? And then from there, being able to switch off to a one hand, right? And then the next one is doing a handspin, right? So having the steps, but starting out from the smaller area to the bigger area was the whole overall development of seeing the progression, right? And that the progression is possible.
Hi, Miss Akanya.
So you got
welcome.
Go ahead.
Thank you to the Incredible Universe. We appreciate your comment. We appreciate your comments, John Daniel. We love you.
And Credit Crew in the building. Yo, if you don't know, then you must know. Check out Credit Crew Universe. That is the squad. That is the brand. That is the lifestyle. And if you don't know, man, ladies and gentlemen, please go over there and like and subscribe. We are already at 1,430 now subscribers. So go over there and definitely check us out. That is our lifestyle channel right there, man. We in the dance realm so heavy, it's ridiculous. Expression is on another level.
All right.
So definitely check us out over there. It says positivity gives you energy and strength. I'm loving it. And it is true, though. It is true. But you also have to embody this mindset in order for it to actually work for you, right?
Yeah.
You can't come from a contradictory mind where you're trying to say the positive stuff, but your internal consciousness is like, you're full of shit, you know? And it won't work, you know? So you got to start off smaller steps when it comes to positivity, right? Start where you're at, right? You can't be like, oh, like if you have belief systems that necessarily say like, oh, I'm in poverty state right now, so I wish I had $1 million. When money comes to me, increasing mine is multiple sources on a continuous basis, right? And every nerve in your body is like,
hey, JD,
you know, I'm not a millionaire right
back.
now, you know, and how to get to the mindset of being a millionaire, and how to impress upon your subconscious on that the possibilities of being a millionaire is 1 in a million, or let alone possible for you as the individual to be, do, and have all the good that you desire.
Right.
Right? And so this is something that you want to also acquire and do smaller steps to get to that belief system to make it believable for you and to show evidence in your experience in life on the outer side that presses upon that it is possible.
Yeah.
Okay?
And also, like, let me say you're writing a book. If you're writing a book, commit to at least writing 500 words a day, and you'll get somewhere. Especially because the year is about to start, you guys. You can do anything right now, and it can turn to something massive next year.
Grand Rising, LocFamily.
Summer, I promise you. If you start right now, next year summer, it's changing.
Right.
We had a great weekend, JD. Thank you for
asking. And also, too, Grand Rising to you as well.
I hope you had a great weekend, too.
Stay locked in, God vibes only, guys. Stay locked in, God vibes only, all right? Because, you know, we're not only called the Lock Fam, for most people think it's called for the locks, but, you know, we the idea is to stay locked in, right?
Yeah.
And as a family, we locked in, and what we promote is God vibes, right? And, you know, wouldn't be able to do a lot of things when it comes to the mindset without God, right?
True.
Because it's easy to fall into depression, it's easy to fall into anxiety, it's easy to fall into these things when you don't have structure in your life, when you don't have a foundation
when you're not committed to anything.
When you're not committed to anything, when you don't have no values, no principles, no beliefs, and you got to understand
Just
the reason why we as a society of people talk about this overall classification of a group of people who have ill will intent against us as a nation of people is because they have foundation.
That's right.
They have principles that they follow in order for their success to be continuum. They have a list of things that are structurized where every generation or whatever they can give those foundations and principles to the next generation in order for them to fulfill whatever diabolical plan that they have for this planet, okay? So you got to understand that even the powers that be outside of our control have a set of skills, a set of principles, a set of foundation that they follow in order for them to stay on track. And we as the people of the citizens, I said, wow. As we as the people, you know, citizens of the kingdom of heaven.
You read the comments because I
know,
can't
right?
see the whole thing.
As citizens of the kingdom of heaven, you know, as we recognize this, and it's not for everybody to recognize, but I feel like, you know, we as people, we all have a like-minded goal to have everlasting, you know, abundance, everlasting health, wealth, love, and happiness. Everybody wants to experience. Nobody wants to experience, like, I'm in the dark and I just want to die in the dark. Like, that's not.
You can see
that's
yourself.
right. I know, right? I had to embody that version of people, you know, and you know, that's probably the case at that moment for that individual, but that's not overall what they desire, because when push come to shove, if somebody else had the life in their hands, you know, and it was like, I'm about to take your life, and they're like, no, I don't want to go, you know, like at that moment, it's like, oh, I'm not really finished here. I'm not really done with what I'm not really sure that I'm supposed to do, but I know I'm supposed to do something, you know, like the chapter's not over yet. And just coming to awareness of that, that's what I want us to become aware of. And it's like, it's bigger than that. And, you know, you gotta put something that's more, because I can't just rely on the relationship with me and my brother. I can't just rely on the relationship with me and my wife. I just can't rely on the relationship with me and myself. Like, me and myself is more important than me and my wife and me and my brother. Me and myself has a relationship with God, and that's where I get the imagination, the intuition. That's where I channel in these higher frequencies that are not of this realm to bring awareness in this now moment, right? And so as I strengthen a relationship with self and then create that relationship with God, it helps me establish the same relationships between me and my brother and me and my wife. You know what I'm saying? And that allows some structure and some glue to help, because if I didn't believe in these things, then guess what? I don't have a strong relationship with myself, and I don't have a strong relationship with her. Maybe some things that are working out, maybe some stuff, but overall, longevity-wise, it wouldn't stick, because she doesn't have a foundation. I don't have a foundation. He don't have a foundation, and it's just not gonna work. You know, we have to have something that keeps us glued together, and something that's beyond ourselves, beyond this physical, because we're not just physical, okay? We are spiritual beings having a human experience, because once you're dead and gone, you're not here in this physical form. The laws of this universe will not allow you to stay here.
That's true.
You have to have a physical body in order for you to actually be of activity in this realm. So, with that being said, there's nothing you can do once you pass away. You got to go wherever the wind blows. Read. Okay. Read.
I can't see the whole thing because the other...
All right. Small steps leading to bigger steps that leads to bigger
opportunities.
Exactly, and I'm loving that solid message there, man.
I love it.
This is salud. This is Spanish, and I believe he's saying the same thing. He has the hearts, he has the thumbs ups, the prayers and checks. That means that we're on the right conversation and the right message. So that's, and salud obviously means bless you, right? And gratitude in the, you say salute when somebody sneezes. You said high five.
I said hi.
Oh, hi,
it could be a hi. It could be like a hi, hey. Continue.
No. Anyway.
Yeah.
And this is Dr. Just
prescribed something.
Me some Zoloft. I'm not depressed. Nobody around me thinks I should take it. It's about what your intuition believes, though. And everybody around you is only sometimes a reflection of that which you're already emitting in frequency.
Yeah.
Just depends.
Don't take it.
But look,
I'm telling you not to take it, but there is other ways. If you are committed to changing the situation, you can change the situation yourself. If you listen to a lady called, what's the lady that we were talking about the first time we met? You definitely have to remember
You
her.
Talking about Abraham Hicks?
No.
You talking about
it's a melanated lady.
Oh, you talking about
Extraordinary something?
Hold on, baby. Hold on. Her name is
Oh wow.
Anyways.
Yes, I'm gonna remember the lady before we get out of here. The lady's name. So she was talking about the same situation she had, but she didn't feel like she was depressed. She was going through something, but she was like, I'm not gonna take these pills. Instead, I'm gonna change like this. If you're committed to changing yourself, if you know that I can do better than just like taking depression pills or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
You are definitely I would say it would be easier for you to be committed to do other things, to try other ways around like what's happening with me, internally speaking to yourself and internally and improving your mentality and but things by doing things like meditation, doing things like working out, journaling. It could be anything. There are a lot of ways to change or to speak to your mind or to stay in alignment. There are a lot of ways to stay in alignment. So that's what I could say. If you feel like I'm not in a way of like I want to take these pills, don't do it. Find something else that you can do that's going to
Lisa Nicholson.
Lisa. That will replace those depression pills. But I'm not a doctor. I'm just telling you what I would do, and which is I'm giving you somebody else's experience as well who've done it. So yeah, just give it a try.
Yeah, check out Lisa Nicholson's story. You can find her on YouTube. Lisa Nicholson went through
I think it's Nichols.
Lisa Nichols?
Nichols, I think.
I think it's
I don't
Nicholson.
know. But yeah, something like that.
Anyways, Lisa Nicholson or Lisa Nichols. I think it's Nicholson. Lisa Nicholson. I think it's Lisa Nicholson.
No, it's not Nicholson.
Whatever. Anyways, you can check her out, man. She's a melanated lady. She has some voluptuous lips and some braids or something like that, like twisties and stuff. She is more than a motivational speaker, but I'll find her. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But I would also say, man, listen to your intuition, man. You really got to go in deep because a lot of times taking meds that are not as... listen, one of the scriptures say, let thy medicine be thy food. Medicine means herbs, right? And when I say herbs, I'm not talking about ganja. I'm talking about actual herbs, actual leaves that actually help you to clear your mind state, clear the fog, clear your bloodstream, your system, whatever the hell is going on internally that you are unaware of. these are where you're supposed to go to, because it will lighten up the body. And also the herbs are a reflection of yourself. Your body is earth. And so if you're trying to necessarily heal yourself, you got to eat from the earth.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm not talking about veggies and stuff like that. I'm talking about actual herbs that have medicinal properties in it, that are way behind where the medicine, because you got to understand, medicine comes from, when we're talking about Western medicine, it comes from actual herbal medicine, because they had to take and extract, and they had to do all these things where they changed the chemical in order to get the same properties that were produced from the actual herbs. So then they use chemistry in order to combine and use like-minded things that reflect, or let alone had the same characteristics of what they were trying to maintain and make more of. Okay, so a lot of times, man, when we talk about Western medicine, man, there's a lot of things that's the gift, and there's a lot of that's a gab. All right, there's a gift, a gab when it comes to Western medicine. You don't necessarily have to take this if you're not depressed, man. And if you understand what the properties that I'm asking you to take Zoloft for,
yeah,
come on, man. Like, what's the small print at the bottom of the screen when they have the commercial about? You know what I'm saying? What's the small print? Because it go by so damn fast, I can't read it. You know what I'm saying?
Why don't you pause it?
No, it's not having the time. Like, nobody's sitting there like, oh, wait a minute, I gotta wait. I got it this time, honey. Yeah, high five. Like, nobody's doing that shit, you know? And so, in saying that, I feel like just becoming more fine-tuned in yourself will allow you to ask yourself, like, yo, do I really need to take this? Because once I take this, will I have to be hooked onto this? Will I have to take this often?
All the time.
You know, people were doing those little shots that help you lose weight. What's the name of those shots, babe?
I forgot. I don't know.
Anyways,
I don't want to know.
people was taking, and it's still a thing, people was taking those shots that help you lose weight.
Ozempic.
Yeah, Ozempic. And the thing is like, yes, it helps you lose weight, but you got to understand, they've done studies on this stuff, and there's people who already debunked this thing where, yeah, you're taking a shot, and yes, you're losing weight, but look, you're on this shit for a lifetime now. Because once you stop taking it, you're going to gain the weight back, and the body's going to make you revoke to actually take the shot back again. It's so much stuff that is hidden beyond these things that, and originally Olympic was for people who had, I don't think it was for cancer patients. It was for diabetics.
Thank you for the light.
Olympics was for diabetics, yo.
Jaswells.
And then they realized that the stuff was working, and then they was able to get some sign-offs of some shit that's beyond my comprehension, because I haven't done the full fucking research, but they was able to get some stuff in the system to sign off and make it actual sale to the people.
Right.
Because of the results that it was having on the diabetic people. So it's a difference from getting advice from a doctor than getting suggested to do something from a doctor. I feel like in Western medicines, surgery and things like that are very good, but when it comes to actual medicine, I will not, if it ain't an EpiPen, I will not take what they offer. I will not. Why? Because I understand that our medicines in Western are only there to suppress. They are suppressors. They are not cures. And if it's not a cure, why are you having me take it?
Right.
Because every time you write that subscription, you get a certain amount of money every single time of usage, which is fine. Don't get it twisted. Like, I understand business. I understand business, but obviously, at some point in fashion, I'm not looking for a suppressor. I'm looking for a cure. I need to know how to start it and how to stop it. What's the cause? Because I know my body automatically heals itself. I just need to do the right shit to actually put inside it to help it boost itself, not fight against it, not sedate it, and it's trying to heal itself, and I'm taking a suppressor and I'm sedating the actual healing mechanism, and I'm not actually helping it. So, neither here nor there, man.
We're not saying stop doing what you're doing.
I'm just saying think about what the fuck you gonna do.
If you're believing in what you're already doing, then continue doing it. But if you want to take this advice and do something about it, then Go ahead. So to everyone else who's already, you know, taking those pills and
Yeah.
stuff like that, we're not saying stop. There's a reason why you even got that far,
Yeah.
you know. So yeah.
And also
That- that's-
too, it's not hard to find
She was giving me some
herbalist.
samples she's getting for free and charging them
Full price.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no.
Damn.
Yeah. But there's you know, we live in a different time. At some point in time, I would have said it would have been hard to find an herbalist, an actual herbalist that I would legitify and say, oh, this person's from Jamaica. And they've been living for a certain amount of time, or they're from the islands, or whatever the case may be. It's not hard these days because the internet connects us with multitudes of these people now more than ever. And what I'm saying is that
especially
if it's
YouTube,
truly,
especially TikTok.
yeah, especially TikTok, if it's truly of importance to you, and it's truly something that you want, I would connect and I would find and I would ask God to link me with a herbalist. Somebody who's literally in the herbs, dive in, and I'm not talking about from the States. Ain't nothing wrong there. Like Dr. Sebi, yeah.
Oh yeah.
But like his family and stuff like that, there's a lot of stuff that, you know, so I ain't chopping, you know, I don't know, but I know that there was some stuff that was going around, and that's all fine and dandy, you know what I'm saying? Do what you're gonna do. I'm just saying, like, there's others to consider. There's the best thing about this lifetime is that abundance exists, and which means abundance means options.
Yeah.
You have a multitude of options. You don't have to just settle for what is that. You know, titles and names and labels and all that shit. Yes, that's cool. You know, Dr. Sebi definitely made a name for himself, but I'm not speaking for his family. You know, I'm speaking for Dr. Sebi because he did the work. Maybe he enlightened them, and maybe whatever the case may be, and maybe they do have good intentions, and maybe they don't have good intentions, but I don't know. I just know about Dr. Sebi made a name for himself, not his family. Okay. And so what I'm saying is that there's other herbalists who are not famous and who are not like out there, but they know what the hell they're doing because they have multitude of clients. And so just aligning yourself to the frequency in order to find red page. I don't know what a red page is. I guess a flag. I think it's like you flag a page or something like that.
I don't know. She'll tell us.
Oh, okay. But yeah, long story short, that's what I was trying to say. And then overall, you know, you catch my drift, brother. I would tell you to lean away from that.
Yeah.
Not everything the doctor says is always need to be done. If it ain't.
Damn. Okay, number 3. Build consistency with habits. Go ahead, babe.
Yeah. Build consistency with habits. And I also want to share this real quick. Build consistency with habits. I want to share this. The reason why I also say this, man, look, I had a, they call it baker's assist. I had a baker's assist.
Oh,
and it formulates in the back of your...
Yeah, we are.
It formulates in the back of your leg, right? So
and
you got
it's
your
the same name.
So you got your kneecap, and then right in this crease is where the baker's assist formulates. And now it's not a visual thing. It's like a fluid that leaks from goes underneath the kneecap and the little sliver in between, and it formulates that little socket of fluid underneath, right? So long story short, it was swelling on my leg. Some people thought it was a blood clot or whatever the case may be. Go check it out. They're like, oh no, it's a baker's cyst. Cool. How did it start? Oh, we don't really use this. Baker's cyst usually happens every now and then. It's not a crisis thing. Long story short, okay, well, what are some of the cures? Well, we don't really have a cure for it because it kind of goes away and stuff like that. Okay, how did it formulate? Ooh, you know, it's just fluid. Like, okay, but what made the fluid go there? And they could not give me a fucking answer, bro. They couldn't give me a fucking answer. I'm talking to the doctor.
Don't, sir.
I was baffled, bro. I was baffled. And I literally had to go online. I found a herbalist on TikTok. There's an older gentleman with white hair. He just so happened, I guess his lady ended up was like, yo, we in a new age. You need to be on TikTok. And so she set up his TikTok account, had him sitting there talking, answering questions, all that stuff. And he like, yeah, do herbs, This is what you need to do. If you already have home stuff, you get some clover, some turmeric. No, he didn't say turmeric. I had turmeric, and he said ginger. Get a thumb of ginger, get some clove, and get cinnamon stick. And he was telling you the difference between an organic cinnamon stick and the one that we sell in the store. And he was showing you the difference. He was like, yo, but if you got what you got, you got what you got, right? So use these 3, this is what you do, blah, 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 right? He was like, just drink this. You do it 3 times a day. Do it for however long it needs to take, but you're going to have to wait because you got to understand it's not an instant gratification. Herbs need to work, and you need to be doing and eating clean enough for it to actually get in your system and work. It went away within a what? Within a week.
1 or 2 weeks, and we were drinking it once a day.
But we was drinking a lot of. I was drinking a lot of it. But more of the story is that I was baffled that they didn't even have an answer of how it's stimulated. Like I need to know what was the cause, and I know it had to do when I was listening, doing my research on YouTube and on the internet.
Yeah.
I came across this dude who was talking about I don't know if it's the lymphatic system, but he was talking about usually like if you have this, it's a cause of certain properties of food that you're eating that cause this overflow of fluid.
Yeah.
And I forgot, I was supposed to write it down. I didn't go back to the video. I was supposed to write it down and then go research what this is and what's the cause and what herbs actually help with this area. And long story short, it was able to go down. My foot is good, my leg is good, you know, whatever the case may be. And it's just like they couldn't give me an answer, man.
Right.
And they subscribed me to go to the closest Walgreens to go get a prescription for something that you don't even know. I'm telling just a little bit. I'm just saying. I was just thinking in my head like, how you gonna subscribe me something that you don't even know the cause of why it happened? And I didn't go get that shit. I left it up there. I didn't go get it. My mom was like, you should go get it. I'm like, no, I will take my chances. I would take my chances. Thank you for letting me know that it was a baker's assist so that I can have some awareness of what it actually is. That's why I say I fuck with Western medicines to a certain degree. Tell me what it is. Tell me how I started. If you can't tell me how I started, what was the reason why I started, then from that point, I got to go ask questions and I got to put it up in God's hands and go deeper.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Read the comments. I can't.
Comment says, yup. All right, it says,
what about me?
how's the tea? Brain feeling better? Absolutely. As you can see, I'm rambling, going faster than a blizzard. It says, yup. It says, yeah, when I had to get surgery on my arm, I was never given a reason as to how my arm got the way. That's what I'm fucking saying, man. God bless. Absolutely, man. God bless you too as well.
It's a business, that's right.
You gotta understand, you gotta ask questions too. Don't let these motherfuckers just be doing stuff and tell you what it is. Tell me why. I need to know why. You know, if you don't got no reason why, at least let me get as much information as I can from your ass so I can be like, let me think about it when I go home. You know what I'm saying? Unless they say this is an actual emergency and you gotta do it, you're gonna die in 24 hours. Then you got my list in there. you got my list in there. I guess, you know, it is what it is. I don't know. I gotta do what I gotta do. It's not like I can catch a plane right now and get the hell out of here and go somewhere else. But like I said, it all varies at the given point in time. It all varies. It all varies. So and then it said it's a business. Yeah. Oh yeah, you read that.
Yeah, I did.
I'm trying to wait for this to come back.
Yes. So how you guys doing? How was the weekend?
How's you guys doing? How's the weekend?
How was y'all's weekend?
Somebody said something about my mask.
What did they say?
I don't know, but I gotta go back and look. Tell me when that pull up.
It did already.
Okay.
Okay, so number 3 is build consistency with habits. As I said earlier, that you build a little bit of habits and they become big, right? So if you start little, as I think JD said the same thing. You start small and it becomes, you know, a thing. It becomes a thing. It goes on and on and on and on. It becomes big. So, yeah. What else? Success is the result of consistent effort. Focus on building habits that aligns with your goals to make progress automatically. I never used to understand that.
Oh, I said automatically.
Automatically, yes, automatically. It's actually automatic. So, what was I saying? You always like to talk when I'm talking. And
You do too.
I do, but you always just have it. You just go on and on and on. You don't. I can't believe you're doing that right now. Anyways, have actionable tips. Have actionable steps. I mean tips. Wow. Have actionable steps. Take action in everything that you are trying to be consistent on. Because if
they said I didn't notice that mask.
If you don't take action and if you don't do the things that you said you're going to do, and if you just write it down and just leave it like that, I mean, it's gonna happen maybe in 10 years. But if you go back to it and take action on it, and I'm gonna work out today. I said I was gonna work out, so I'm gonna go ahead and and do what I said I was going to do. That's taking action. You took action, so you're closer to the next step.
Why is this glare over
You look so like, you look like this. Like your neck is broken. It's because of this. You need to move it a little bit. Move it a little bit.
It's okay. We almost done.
Okay.
We'll be all right. We've been on this long. So
45 minutes now.
Build consistency. Where you was at?
Yeah,
Steps.
So actionable steps. Yes. Taking action. Taking action. Set a specific time, day, like time in a day for your daily task that relates to your goals.
So
you gotta relate to the goal that you have, and you gotta do it every day, and you have to set the time to do it.
Yeah. Also to
easy, huh?
Also to create a dry erase board or a calendar.
Ooh, that helps.
What we've been doing and what I've been doing for a very long time is marking the days where I accomplished that one thing, so I can see my patterns. I said this last time when we were on live before, but if you didn't hear what I said last time, that's also a good way of keeping track of you and what you're doing. And
you're good.
Yeah, yeah. Also, all right. Yeah, that was a good conversation. And I'm glad you shared it. I appreciate you for sharing that because it's a very personal thing, and a lot of times people don't have to share that stuff. But I appreciate you for sharing, and I'm glad we had an answer for that type of scenario. That's the first before ever of giving an answer towards something like that. But yeah, man, I appreciate you all overall. But headed back to what I was saying was marking when you accomplish that one thing, right? And obviously staying consistent of doing it, and you staying consistent of reminding yourself to stay disciplined to mark it off is a very important thing, because if you can keep track of what you're doing, then you're able to now show evidence to yourself that this thing is possible, right? And if you don't keep track of it...
We have a calendar in our refrigerator. Yeah. That's how...
if you don't keep track of it...
That's how serious this is.
Then it shows how important it is to you. And it shows how worth a damn are you willing to actually go deeper into actually making this thing a lifestyle, or changing your old habits to your new habits.
Let me share how we do it, just in case you don't understand like how to use the calendar.
I would not be able to see that on the other end.
Well, I mean, you don't have to see it. I mean, it's our situation. Okay, so right here, like, these are the days where we are due content. It's a Sunday, and then Monday we do editing, and then this is me writing like the weekly clothing for my daughter. Every week, this is what she's gonna wear, this is what she's gonna wear. It helps because every time I'm in the kitchen a lot more than anything. So if you put that over there, we have a financial calendar as well in our room, where we write the dates of the things that we need to pay for. When is this due? When is this due? And what else do we have? We also have our personal calendars as well.
We have our personal calendars for our workouts, whatever we looking for, like our meditation. We have meetings. We have a different one for that. We don't usually put that on the same one. We have another one for our bills. Yeah. So we kind of separated. We've come a long way with the calendar situation. Like, one calendar, we're putting all that shit on one. I just don't really like that. I like each calendar to have its own purpose. Yeah. That way we can reference it and go back to it when we want to. Then cramming.
We have a dry erase board for our goals.
Yep. And I think that's a very sufficient way for me, and a very sufficient way for, obviously, for her as well, to see what we're doing, you know?
Every time, yeah.
And I personally just love progression, man. I just want to progress, and I feel like I feel like life is, if I wasn't progression, man, I would go in depression. And I've never actually been in depression.
That was
yeah, man. I feel like that. Deep. Yeah, it was super deep. If I don't progress, I will go into depression, guys. I've never actually. Maybe I've been depressed and just didn't know it, but I know when I get close to a feeling that is just like, dude, the needle is not moving.
Right.
I don't like that feeling. And so my mind automatically figures out, listens to, maybe I just asked the right questions. I
Hey
go on
girl,
YouTube
we
like, hey,
haven't seen you in a
what
long
up?
time.
She said hi earlier.
Really? I didn't see her.
Yeah, she was like Grand
Good to see
Rising.
you.
Yeah. But I'll go into a state where it's like, okay, let me ask, what are millionaires, millionaire routines or morning routines or habits or, just start asking random questions, and then that'll take me into a loophole of finding somebody that aligns with me, and I'm just like, I think I can do that. Let me take 3 or 4 or 5 things from this person and let me actually implement it in my life and see how it goes and if I like it and what's the growth and what's the reason, what's the why for me doing it, right? And I just go into that, and that gets me back on track if I fall off or something like that. But that's just an example of once you start doing that stuff, you'll find out things that work for you and things that don't work for you, and you're like, okay, well, and also being able to define what works for you and what don't work for you. Don't say it don't work for you if you're not actually. Don't say it don't work for you. Well, yeah. Don't say it don't work for you if you aren't actually taking it for real.
Yeah.
Like if you did it and you just like, oh, I just don't. It don't work for me. Like no, that's not. That's an excuse. Okay, that's right. Being able to define the two is another thing, right? Being able to define the two is another thing. No. Okay. Anyways, I think that's a good thing, man. How to show yourself that you're being consistent, because if you try to keep track in your mind that you've been doing this thing that you've been doing every single day,
right,
it doesn't show as much progression when you can actually look at it. That's almost like one of our clients who losing weight. They lost like 17 pounds on our supplements, right? And we asked her to take it before and we asked her to take it after, right? And so when she looked at the weight change, she's like, yeah, I lost weight, but it doesn't really look like it. She had to look at the side-by-side pictures in order to be awoken that the change actually happened.
Yeah.
Because she was so engulfed in her body that she didn't see it from the outside perspective, from a different perspective, from a different angle.
Going to the scale, it's not going to give you exactly the results you're looking for, especially if you're losing weight, working out, and lifting weights and stuff like that. It's not going to give you exactly what you're looking for, because as you're losing weight, you building muscle. Yeah. So when you get over there, you will feel like I'm more heavy, or my weight is more bigger than it was before. It's not moving, it's not changing. It's not because you're not losing weight. It's because you are losing weight and you're building muscles at the same time, which is a good thing. So I would say that just take a picture, have your before and after, because that really, really helps. Yeah. A lot.
She said,
it helped a lot of our clients.
She said, thanks y'all for sharing your calendar style. Love it. Gratitude and appreciation for that comment. She says, sorry, y'all. Parents were in town, was busy. Oh, okay. Missed the inspiration. Aw. Hey, man, sometimes parents in town, man, you know what I'm saying? You got to drop everything. This is all focused. Let me give you all the energy that I need to give y'all right now.
Family comes first.
I agree. I only take my measurements for the most every few months, just maintaining, not losing or gaining.
That's good.
Maintaining is different too, because everybody has a different season that they're in. And realizing what season you're in is also a good thing as well. Not the scale. Exactly.
Yeah, not the scale.
I feel like the scale works like the scale for you for maintaining, no need. There's no need for you to actually use the scale. The scale, yeah. Unless you have the
visceral, is it called the visceral?
The visceral, yeah.
The visceral scale.
Yeah, unless you have the visceral scale.
Because you see your fat, sometimes you would think that you are healthy, but you actually not healthy on the inside, and it tells you everything. It tells you your, I know they have one on TikTok. Yeah. It tells you your muscles, how much age. Muscles you have, and then how old do you look?
Like your body age.
And then it tells you your body weight. Of course, it gives you your what else? Did I say the fat?
Yeah, visceral fat. Your it's a plethora of things that it shares. And so what you do is you take It has handles. So
They
you
do have
stand
some
on
in
it,
they do have
and you
some,
hold the handles out. You do have some that don't have the handles, but
which
you
is
hold
like
the
you use a
handles out,
phone.
and then you just sit there for a while, and then it calculates and do all this calibration of
Yeah.
all the information that it's looking for to give to you.
Yeah.
And it's really insightful. It's not like a regular scale. So it's something I would say and suggest that play around with, or maybe even future invest in.
Yeah.
It'll help you with the scaling too as well, maintaining.
Right, yeah.
Because like I said, everything is a season, you know. So yeah, I think that's all for this,
What
right?
was it? I forgot what was it. I want to say
forgot,
the last
I
thing.
forgot what it is.
It was fat. It was age. It was body weight. It was height. It was something else. Oh my God.
No, you plug
I
that
guess
stuff
so.
in order to get the data that it gives you, the height, all that. Plug it in.
You get your weight.
Your body
I know
age.
I have this thing
It's
written
the body
down.
age.
The body age.
The visceral fat. The weight.
I think
And
it's 4 things that it gives you.
I think how much you need to.
Your fat. Body
what-
fat.
I said visceral fat. Is that a bit different from the body fat?
No.
Okay, yeah, it says body fat.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, I can't remember it when we're done with that.
Right?
Out the window it goes. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm just like, That's why I like writing things down, because it is very important to me. And that's why
for
you see we always have our notes.
If you want to
helps.
improve your fitness, commit to at least 15 minutes workout every
I
morning.
would say 20 minutes.
15 minutes is good for beginners. That's where I started off in the beginning when I first started working out, especially when it came to like core workouts. I started out with 5. I started out with 15. I started out with 7. I started out with 5, but I guarantee you the 5 that I was doing from this particular guide that inspired me, he had some very hardcore ab workouts within 5 minutes. What he would do is create the most hardest ab core workouts, and he wanted you to like comment and stuff like that. And like, yeah, this is what. So in those workouts, those core workouts, you couldn't put your foot down. So if you was laying on your back and you was doing the core workouts, you do the body rocks, you do the knees up, down, boom, boom, boom. You go switch, change, and your feet could not hit the floor within that 5 minutes. So it was definitely activating and getting the pump within your and the blood flow within your core and abdomens within that time period. So it was a good opening to core workouts and creating some friction and momentum with making it a continuum.
I started out with an hour workout when I was a beginner. Started out with an hour workout, and then as I was maintaining my body, then I did the 15 minutes, the 10 minutes workout. But now I'm back at 25 because I have a new goal. Yeah. So yeah.
Did you just try to one-up me?
No.
I did
I
did an hour workout too. Yeah.
I was doing classes.
Yeah, I was out there on the streets. Yeah. I was out there street
Get out of
performing.
here.
I was out there an hour, and I was like, I gotta work out before I go out there and go street perform.
No, wait. So right now we're doing like an indoor workout, right? So we are. When I started out, I was in college. So there was a gym that I was attending, and they had classes. So I used to get in the classes. It was kind of like a dance class, like aerobics. So that would be an hour, of course, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I agree, because I was out there in the streets too.
Talking about
for like 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. I just had to work out before I went out there.
That's good too.
I had to get them legs. They was like, don't skip leg
African
day.
collagen. Did I read that? African college?
African college.
Oh, yeah, African college. Yes, you're right.
Yes,
African
you're
college,
right.
That's where I was at.
That's where I was.
Went. And I'm here because
origin.
of that African college.
The origin of the college.
I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that college.
What was the name of it?
It was Itegwini College. What was the... Oh, for maintaining, we can limit our time. Yeah, that's right. You can. If you want to, you can have like 15 minutes, 10 minutes, not a 5 minutes. Okay, you guys, we are 1 minute. We are 1 minute away from ending our... Can you turn off? So yeah, that means it's 9.
Yeah, we got
Yay,
10.
We did it on time.
And we got 10 likes. Look, we got 10 people with 10 likes. That's lovely.
We appreciate you. We appreciate you
Have a
guys
beautiful
for your
day.
likes. We appreciate
You
for your
too.
comments. We appreciate you guys for subscribing. For the new subscribers, we love it.
Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing.
Thank you for
subscribing.
subscribing.
I know you
Thank you for
started.
subscribing.
No,
Thank
it's
you
too
for-
late. You
okay.
gotta start now. 3, 2,
Leave me
1.
alone. Thank
Thank
you
for
for
subscribing.
subscribing.
Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. What
You
was
have
that?
a great day too.
What was that, y'all?
Okay, let's do it again. I got it. Thank you
Thanks
for
for
subscribing.
subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing.
Thank you for subscribing.
What,
Thank
baby,
you for subscribing.
baby. All right, guys. Peace, blessings, prosperity, and success of abundance in your journey in life. We wish you guys the best.
We'll
we
see you
hope that
tomorrow.
you
Same
achieve
place,
and
same time.
arrive at the destination that you need to arrive. We see you being, doing, having all the good that you desire.
That's
and until next time.
Same time, same place. We love you guys. Peace and love.
Shaka Zulu. Sign off.
Shaka Zulu died long.
I know he died long.